afternoon. Welcome to Recipes Galore. Today we are making sweet apple tuna salad. Now we're going to start by peeling an apple. This is a Fuji apple. I like to use Fuji apples and Galore apples, excuse me, in my salad, because they have like a sweet and sour twang to them. It really, to me, it adds to the recipe. And yes, I am using a potato peeler to peel this apple. I use this peeler for everything. You name it, if it needs to be peeled, I'm using it. It works so well, so fast, and this does the trick for me. Da 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 da. And we're done. Now, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to shred this apple into my bowl. Let me scoot this over. I'm going to shred this apple into my bowl, just like this. And I just turn it from one side, then I'll turn it on the other side, and I just go for it. Once I get that side done, I turn it over again. And one last time, until all I have left is the apple core. Now be careful with this when you do this. Watch your fingers. Depends on what kind of shredder you have, watch your fingers. And notice that I did not get I didn't go down to the seed part. I just left that part. You can eat this if you want to. It's up to you. But I'm going to get my apple off of here before it turns brown. As you know, apples, they will turn brown on you. Now, I'm going to spread my apple out just a little bit. And I'm going to sprinkle it with a tablespoon of sugar. It brings out the sweetness in the apple. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit. Okay. Now, lemon. In order for your apples not to turn brown, I always sprinkle lemon juice over it. It's a part of the recipe, so it helps with the apple not turning brown. So I just kind of squeeze this over my apple to help it keep it all nice and fresh until all the salad is gone. Of course, this will probably be gone today because my husband and I both love tuna salad, so it's yummy. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is eggs. We need 3 hard-boiled eggs, and I just shred them too into the bowl. Get everything in there. I love this little shredder because I can hold it by my hand. I don't like the ones that stand up like that. Probably because I cracked my knuckles on it a couple of times. You know, after you do it a couple of times and it hurts you, you don't do it anymore. You learn your lesson. But I'm going to put my 3 eggs in here. 1 more egg. Well, this is a little skinny mini egg. It must got put in the wrong carton. It wasn't a large egg. It looks like a little skinny, medium, small size egg. Now we have our egg in there. And I'm just going to scrape this off. There we go. Now, I like my seasonings. Some black pepper. This is a season to taste. I suggest that if you put some in there, taste it after you get it all made. And if it needs more, then add more. But because I have made this before, I know exactly when to stop. Okay, now, next we're gonna add some salt. I like using the sea salt grinder. It doesn't take a whole lot of salt because we got some other saltiness coming in. Just the salt balances the sweetness. And I use Obey seasoning. I just kind of sprinkle it on there, eyeball it. Again, when you get done, taste it and see if it's at the right taste for you. So we got some Obey seasoning in there. And next, I'm going to put my tuna in here. I like buying these because I don't have to drain it. And I know it's a little bit more expensive than buying it in the can, but to me, it's worth it. Now, what I like to do is, you see that in there? Wait a minute, let me turn around this way. The tuna. I like to kind of flake it up. And maybe that's not the right word to say, but I like to make sure there are no clumps in it when I put it into the bowl, because I don't like eating big clumps of tuna. So before I take it out, I make sure I run my fork through there and flake it, get it out of those big clumps. Okay, there we go. Didn't want to let me back in there. There we go. Now, I like sweet pickle relish. You may not like sweet pickle relish, so you don't have to put it in yours. But for this recipe, I use sweet pickle relish. Again, balance the sweet and the salty. And I just put a couple of teaspoons in there. Maybe one more. Okay. And now for the mayo. Start slow. I usually start slow, and if you need more, then add more. But I start with 2 tablespoons, and I mix it up. And then if I need more, I'll add more. Now, all this yummy goodness is getting stirred all up together. I'll let you see what's going on in my bowl. Yeah, I think I need just 1 more tablespoon of mayo, and that should do it. Now, when I get done with this, I like to put it in the refrigerator so that it can get nice and chilled, and so all the flavors can come together and blend and get all yummy and gooey, and yeah. So that is the end of the tuna salad recipe. It's very simple, it's very quick. I like to make it ahead of time. We'll have this for dinner. And there you go. I'll just put a lid on it. Or if you don't have a lid, put some type of wrap on top of it, because the smells from the tuna will get into your other foods. I know you probably have the little Arm & Hammer baking soda in your refrigerator to help stop the flow of food, the smells of foods. But the tuna, it will, the scent of it will get into your other foods if you have them open. So I always close my foods when I put them in the refrigerator. So close this up so your other foods won't be tasting like tuna, and enjoy. Now, this recipe and other yummy recipes are on our channel, youtube.com/AskTheNanny. While you're there, subscribe to our channel. You don't want to miss a meal. And we'll see you here tomorrow for another Recipes Galore.